Hi guys and welcome back. I thought I'd do a part 2 to the first video, which we were looking at the Stick One Basic from Smok. These products were from VAIP stores. Thought I'd do the Tsunami, why not? It is the 22, I know there's a 24 at the moment, but I thought I'd have a look at it anyway, as I haven't even tested the 24, so good opportunity for me. So that is the device there. I think we'll go straight down. I haven't got a build in it just yet, so I think I'll go through that with you as well. So we'll do a quick build, put it in there, and just have a mess around with it really, see what it's like, and yeah, I'll see you in a second. Okay, so this is the box that the Tsunami 22 comes in. So it's Geek Vapes just there at the top. Scratch panel on the side as always. Just simple box really. So if we open that up, we have the unit itself. I haven't fully closed the RDA just because the O-ring tolerances are really tight. You do need to juice them up to make it a bit easier. That's the rest of the box just there. It comes with 2 extra drip tips, which are there. So that one's starts big and then contours in slightly. You've got, whoops, this one where it's just straight all the way through, and then you are able to get one that is slightly smaller on there if that's what you prefer. Also, we have a bag of, well, you've got the 510 adapter just there, you've got an Allen key, some grub screws just there, and some O-rings. And then, just in the bottom of the box are just a few specs for you. Okay, so let's do this. Let's build this RDA. So just screw that straight on there. I think today I'm going to be using some, I've got some tiger wire. Basically it's a 0.03 by 0.08 flat canthal, and that's wrapped in 32 gauge canthal. I think that is, yeah, something like that. So if I just grab a couple of strands of that, I think we're going to do a dual coil today. So bring out my trusty Coil Master kit, always a great help. And if the table's shaking, I'm sorry. Just grab a few bits from here as well. Okay, so let's start building this. Now I do like to use the rod, and just looking at this, I think I can get, I'm going to go for a 3mm. Yeah, let's do a 3mm coil. Okay, so I'm just going to start that coil off. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, even 6. So I'm going to do a 6 wrap. Let me just double check. Do you know what? Let's go for another. So that's 7. Just grab the other end and pull that one out. And that is what we have just there. Okay, so those are the 2 coils I'm going to be using. So let's just put them on the RDA. So let me just grab the Allen key that they actually provide. And just loosen off all those Allen keys. So that's that, and as you can see, airflow just at the bottom, just there, like the Kennedy, for instance. You've got, get that in focus, you've got Tsunami written on there as well. Now, what I do want to check is if this is an adjustable 510, if I can grab a Phillips, sorry, flathead. And it seems to be an adjustable, yes. The screw feels a little bit loose. But yeah, that's that. So let's just put that back on the deck. Just there. Right, and if I start to get these, they just fly in those holes, you know, there is no problem there whatsoever. It's as easy as that, it really is that simple. Okay, so that's the build. Let's tighten that down. I'm going to have to take it away from camera a little bit. Just put that in there. And that in there. And let's just tighten these up. If I can get the right tool. So that's the coils in place just there. I'm going to cut the legs off and just re-tighten them. Whoops, that one went flying. Right, so yes, it looks ugly at the moment, but now we can just slightly adjust it to roughly where you want to have the coils. And just pull them away from the deck slightly. Okay, just make sure they're tight. Okay, so that is looking a little bit better. Let's just see what it is on at the moment. So we've got a 0.21 just there out of those. So that's 6 wraps, I think that was, on a 3mm. So let's just fire her up and make sure she's glowing all nicely. Okay, so the final reading was 0.28. Just make sure it's glowing okay. Not too bad, just there. Now to cotton it up. Okay, so I have thrown it on the LiPo SX just there. And that's how it's wicked, which isn't bad at all. Now, the cotton I'm using is Texas Tough. I like this stuff. It's just what I prefer. So what we'll do is just juice it up, and let's just find a reading as well while we're there. Come on. So it's come out to a 0.22, so it's fluttered around a little bit, but eventually a 2.2, and that's just there. So let me just juice that, and I think we'll go up for a vape, so I'll see you in a second. Okay, so that was a look at the Tsunami RDA. Now that was the 22mm, and that's it sitting on the mod there. I do have the big, massive drip tip on there at the moment, but for instance, it just screws off, and literally you'll put whatever one you want on. So that's the one that tapers in slightly. Slight angle on there, and obviously you can put the adapter for the 510 and rock that if you wanted to. So a few options there for you, but I'm just going to go for the wide one. The juice I'm using is the Far e-liquid just there, 75, and that's the grape vape. So just juice that up, that's fine. Always double check. pretty decent cloud and not bad flavour out of that. 50 watts, 0.25, yes, it keeps on adjusting, but I think it's settled down now that we've juiced it up a little bit. Not a bad RDA, very nice, yep. Putting out like a champ, and these coils are quite nice as well. Definitely a lot of flavour there, depending on what you're actually using, but that is just oof, all over the place. Bit violent. Air holes wide open. You do have a configuration to do a single airflow on there as well. Don't know if I mentioned that. If I didn't, I just did. Going mad. It's going mad. I'd love to try the 24 now. But I think that's it. So thank you for joining me. I hope that helped you out. Any messages or any comments, please leave below, but I'll leave the details as always. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you soon.